Embracing despair, turning your darkest moments into opportunities. Despair. It's a word we've all heard, and it's something we've all felt at some point in our lives. But what if I told you that despair is not something to fear or run away from, but instead something to embrace? You see, despair isn't the end. It isn't the bottom of the pit with no way out. In fact, despair is a paradox. It can be both a crisis and a unique opportunity for growth. For Koichi Tsuru, the renowned thought leader and creator of the New Humanity Awakening Evolution program, despair was exactly that, an opportunity. After experiencing bankruptcy, Tsuru found himself in what seemed like a hopeless situation. But instead of being defeated, he saw it as a chance to finally pursue his true calling. Imagine reaching the absolute bottom. You feel defeated, like everything you've worked for has collapsed. But in that moment of devastation, something incredible happens. You find the strength to rise again, but this time with clarity, purpose, and a renewed sense of direction. This is what Tsuru means when he speaks of despair as an opportunity. But let's dive deeper into this idea. Despair is not just a dramatic downfall. It's a state of extreme potential. Think of it as a coiled spring, tightly wound with energy. When a spring is stretched to its limit, it seems as though it might snap. But in reality, it is storing up immense power. Despair works in much the same way. In its deepest, most intense form, it is the moment where the greatest potential for change exists. You've hit rock bottom, but from here, you can only go up. This is where transformation begins. However, despair is also a double-edged sword. While it's an opportunity for growth, it can also be a source of immense pain. In its rawest form, it is a state of being stuck, caught between the fear of failure and the desire for success. It's uncomfortable, unnerving, and sometimes it feels like a place you'll never escape from. But what if you could shift your perspective and see it not as a burden, but as a catalyst for your personal evolution? The challenge is to stop seeing despair as the end of the road and start seeing it as the beginning of a new journey. It's not a permanent state, it's a transient phase. Tsuru teaches us that when we view despair from this lens, we're no longer victims of our circumstances. We're empowered individuals who have the ability to transform our lives. When you're in despair, everything feels uncertain. You might question your decisions, your path, and your worth. But within this uncertainty lies the potential for clarity. Despair strips away all the distractions, forcing you to confront what truly matters. It's in this raw space of vulnerability that real change happens. You're no longer hiding behind excuses or illusions. You're facing the truth, and that truth is the key to your growth. So how do we turn despair into an opportunity? It starts with acknowledging it. Don't run from it or try to numb it. Feel it, understand it, and then use it as a tool for self-discovery. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this pain to fuel my growth? Remember, despair is not the enemy. It's a temporary phase, a powerful moment that offers the potential for you to reinvent yourself. Embrace it, learn from it, and let it propel you toward something greater. You are not defined by your moments of despair. You are defined by how you rise from them.